not doing whole.
You gotta be like this, you know.
We're like this.
We're all connected.
We're connected.
We're skaters. We're connected somehow.
So what is a frat to you?
What is a frat to you?
You go first. Stupid. I think a frat is mostly like somewhere you can just hang out, you know, hang out with like friends, meet new people, get connected. That's what I've been told.
Well, as I know, it's just paying money for friendship. That's it. Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah.
When I think of frats, I think of parties and cocaine.
Yeah.
What else?
Honestly, I don't know nothing about frats. That's my answer. I don't know nothing. I deadass don't know anything about frats.
Like any of those like frat movies.
Nah, I mean, I've seen
the
frat.
frat
The only frat experience I have is from Monsters University.
Monsters
bro.
University.
That's the only thing I know.
Wait, Monsters University?
No, it's not.
Like
Monsters Inc.
Nah, Uzma Kappa and shit, bro.
What? Yeah. Oh, all right. I get it.
That's the
I get
only
it.
thing I know about
On the college movie, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know. You know anyone in frat?
Yeah, I do.
Like from here, if I know anyone from a frat, like
You
not
know.
from UIC, but like I have cousins that are in frats. Like they be saying that they be throwing parties and shit. I'm like, cool. You know?
My brother was in a frat in UIC when he was here, but I'm not sure which one he was in. That's all.
Well, I got a friend which she not a sorority. It's a sorority, I guess. I don't know. It's the same thing, right?
Fraternities are
Men, well, yeah, section. Yeah. Anyways, I have a friend. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I really enjoy about ODFI and like the opportunities that it bring is, well, for one, joining a Greek org, you see a different side of campus that you don't get to see. By joining other student organizations, and by joining, you're automatically open to this network of people who are also Greek. And a big thing about being in college is, of course, you should be a good student and get good grades, but another part of it for getting a job after graduation is the people you know, right? Building up that network. And with Greek life, you definitely get that immediately, and you connect with other people, figure out if you're studying the same thing, pursuing a similar career. And so when it comes to joining ODFI and being part of it, it is that social aspect. Yeah. Of course, so my role in the fraternity is, I have two of them. For e-board, I'm secretary, so I handle all the administrative stuff, meeting agenda, meeting minutes, any paperwork that I have to do for the university or any other organization, I handle that. So it's just really administrative, but it's necessary, right, for day-to-day business operations. On top of that, I'm also Brotherhood chair, so I kind of ensure that we get together outside of business, outside of these meetings, to come together, do something fun out in the city or anywhere that we can really find and like continue that bond and like fortify it as a brotherhood while doing something fun that isn't business. So, Brotherhood and secretary.
Well, basically what we try to do in social media, we try to like show what we really do outside of campus and during campus. So basically, you know, we try to like any service events, any social events, or any like stuff that we do, any like stuff that any person does in our org, we try to promote that, showing like, look, you know, we're doing this, we're doing all these stuff, and just to like promote everybody and show like everybody's accomplishments. When I got the social media page, it was really bland and really dry. So once I got in, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to rebrand it or reorganize it and do as much as I can to make sure like it makes it more interactive in a sense. So basically that's what I did. And then yeah, like that was my whole purpose, just to rebrand the org and online. What advice that I would give to other fraternities and sororities? That is a good question. Honestly, I would, you know, what I would tell them is be more diverse in a sense. You know, typically the well-known fraternities and sororities tend to be usually white fraternities and white sororities. They have a issue of not having so much as diversity. For the multicultural ones, you know, the D9 orgs and the Latino orgs and the Asian orgs, and all the other majority minority orgs that we have all across the country. You know, get yourself out there, be yourself, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot of people coming to you.
Ladies
I
first.
would say a fraternity or a sorority is like, it's an authorized gang that campuses let be on their campus.
Honestly, it's just like a bunch of people drinking and partying together. A group of college students that have the same extracurricular activities and interests.
It's like a sister or brotherhood that you could come when you probably don't have a sound foundation at home to be something with others. Do you know anyone in a frat? Yes.
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 Yeah, I got a couple friends in frats. My name is Selah, by the way. Just for when I get famous, you know, you're gonna remember me.
No.
Would you ever join a fraternity, a sorority?
Too expensive. No.
I would.
I wouldn't. My grandma don't like it.
Have a good one. Have a nice one.
Does that get heavy? Holding for a long time?
Yeah, it mostly like fucks with your back. Like, bro, I'm literally about to be a grandma by the time I turn 20. Like.
So my name is Frank Mensa. I am the president, and basically that position is you're kind of like the bridge between nationals, which is, you know, the overall arching place of where our chapter is held. We're just an entity in the Midwest. We're also the bridge through other organizations and through FSL in general. You also serve as obviously the leader for the fraternity. You handle the logistical side, the background stuff that goes into it, and just also, you know, keeping the peace, making sure that we're on top of our stuff, and, you know, everybody's having a fun time. What is a frat? A fraternity? So a fraternity is basically a brotherhood. It is a group of young men inspiring to achieve a certain goal. For us specifically, we are Omega Delta Phi. Our goal is to be a service social fraternity. So we help out our community while also engaging with life here on campus, also with other organizations. What was the second question?
Oh, it's just what advice do you give to other presidents, like maybe future presidents, or maybe you have some opinions on how other presidents, like, you can do a better job with them? Like, just your opinion.
Don't be, you know, the stereotype, but don't be, you know, the hard, mean boss and stuff. You need to find a balance. You are all in this together. Like, that's the end of the day. You are only as strong as your weakest link. And as a president, you're supposed to ensure that, you know, you build from the ground up. You make sure that each member is fine, so then when you guys come back together, you're stronger than ever and stuff. You really have to. It's not easy. Like, this is my first semester as president, and it's week 7, 8. I lost track. But it could be. You can easily, like, just go into, like, you can get lost in it sometimes and stuff. So at the end of the day, you're the leader, but you also need them, and they need you and stuff. So you have to be comfortable with them, and they have to be comfortable with you. You really have to earn their respect, but you also have to show them why you are a president or why they elected you as president.
What is your involvement to UIC? I went to school here, class of 2019, with a degree in biology and degree in psych. Afterwards, I ended up becoming a security guard here for a few years, and I really love this area. I'm currently a Chicago police officer, and my dream is to patrol the area around here in District 12.
Yeah, as for me, I was also a security officer here for about 3 years, or 4 years, somewhere like that. It all went by so fast. I'm currently in the military, and I'm in and out of here all the time. I know the campus like the back of my hand for the most part from my time being a security officer here.
I want to say yes for a different reason. As someone who's a frat for such a short amount of time, the moment you leave college, it gets really antisocial for a while. You work this 9 to 5, and you kind of get stuck in this routine, and you only live for the weekend. Versus when you're in college, and you have this ability to meet people that are the same age as you, same professional group, studying the same thing. You have so much in common. It's really important to ideal that, because if you just go here and you go to school and you go home, what's going to happen is you're going to graduate, and you're going to be very frustrated when you realize the next step isn't what you thought it would be. So while you're at UIC, or while you're in college specifically, it's important to make a lot of friends. UIC is a commuter school, so lots of people come here and they leave at 3 p.m. to go do whatever else, whether it's another job or study or whatever. I was one of those people, and then when I graduated and I'm stuck working jobs, I guess, in the quote-unquote real world, I found myself particularly frustrated at the inability to socialize with everyone else due to age gaps or other barriers.
Like, only time we really had interaction with students is when they was going from one class to another class, and that's all they did. they went from one lecture hall or one class to another, and then you don't see them again until it's time for them to go home. They just go straight home. There were hardly any interactions, any other parties, or it wasn't really much, in the sense of a frat or party type of college, which is what I kind of expected. Working on a college campus as security is like, oh, we're breaking up parties, drunk students. It was hardly any of that here.
None of that.
Have you guys ever heard, sorry, this is my question, have you ever heard like any frat horror stories, like anything crazy?
So, this is a student. In 2018, there was a psychology frat house that got broken up and disbanded due to excessive partying. But this is like my only experience with it. It should be noted that UIC doesn't have any frat houses. So all of these parties take place in someone's apartment. As security guards, we've never seen any of those horror stories. As you guys can tell, this place is pretty dead. It's only 5:30. So no, not at all.
Just one.
Yeah. Yep.
Real quick, one more.
Yep, one more. Awesome.
Cool. So my position within the fraternity, I am the service and social chair. So what typically comes with being social is like engaging with other fraternities and sororities on campus. But that's not just regards to FSL community. We go even beyond that. So even try to make socials within other parts of the UIC campus, the UIC community. And when it comes to the service, so I'm the person that will be looking out for service activities to do around the Chicagoland area or within our UIC community. So we do things such as like the pop-up pantry here at UIC, and then sometimes we go like the Greater Food Depository or any Chicago marathons going around in the area. So a little bit of that's what we do. Currently we have fundraisers that we do usually every Tuesday with regards to the taco sales that we've been doing. So I'll be cooking it up by the Blue Line. So right now I've been enjoying that most of all, just cause I don't know, I'd be engaging with like strangers on campus, particularly more students, and it's just the way I engage with them, I don't know, it just brings up my social battery and just makes me become a better social person. So I definitely like that. And cooking up some tacos, like that's within my culture too. So like I'm bringing my culture along with the UIC community. Omega Delta Phi was founded Latino based in its initial steps of becoming an organization. Later on, we shifted to multicultural to become more diverse and like inclusive. So I go back and tie in with those roots of like being Latino based. So the taco sale is something majority that we've done, and as well I just bring in different like ideas. Like sometimes as fundraisers we do loteria nights, and we also sell conchas on campus, and bring a little bit of my culture within there. And then OD5 just adapts to that culture just because we now have brothers from different parts of the world. So now every time it's just more brothers coming in. It's just exploring and diversifying more of our organization.
Have you ever heard any like fraternity horror stories? Maybe not related to your frat, but just some like crazy, like, I don't know. Have you ever heard any like weird shit?
Yeah, so I have heard of like some hazing incidents. I have heard of like sexual misconducts and all this, Title IXs. But you also have like that movie on Netflix, Burning Sands, and like that kind of goes into more like traditionally what like fraternities are more based upon and how like they like originated. But those horror stories are something that we need a break from the social world, because apart from sometimes those things could happen, essentially they can happen anywhere. It's just you become part of an organization and it just gets titled onto you. So.
Oh yeah, and then how does your fraternity specifically like break those stereotypes?
Yeah, so what we do is like we're heavily based on the social and service aspect of it, because that's what the Brotherhood was founded upon. So we're trying to promote our communities by just becoming more social within ourselves, exploring a network that has a vast majority of brothers, that has like 60 chapters overall in the nation that we have of Omega Delta Phi. So we're trying to highlight those instances just to create a better and more inclusive community, so that obviously we can get projected onto a better life. And when it comes to service, like who doesn't like doing service for the community? Like it's okay to pick up a can here and there, but like you can do even more than that, and like organize like food drives, clothing drives, like all the meticulous parts that comes into organizing that is something fun to do, and I think it's an essential everybody should know how to do.
Does like all the negative stigma like kind of hurt your feelings on it because you know it's not like that?
Yeah, so it does kind of hurt my feelings because, you have the traditional, frat boy or like, sorority girl. It ties into both. But it does kind of hurt a little bit just because, our letters aren't defined by that stereotype, like not all organizations are bad. We're founded upon good principles, and we're just trying to follow that. It's just sometimes, you know, people act out of different ways, and it's just like regular life in society. You have criminals, you know, so sometimes you might not have the right brother in your organization or your right sister to heavily like influence and word those letters proudly and in a correct manner. Here, especially at this school, like, and I'm pretty sure all schools in general, when it comes to fraternities and sororities, there's like an anti-hazing policy that we all sign up for, and we sign off like at the beginning of each semester. Whether we are recruiting or just continuing as an organization, obviously we know we don't want to publicly display any type of embarrassment onto anybody. So that's something we have to follow. And obviously, some people, they see that all that paperwork and they don't read it, you know. And you can't do anything much about it because you can control like different paperworks and how to like just overall get them to not do that. But it depends on to the person to be meaningful and reading all that and making sure they don't do that. But again, it's like, it's all common sense. Like, I don't get why people do that. Like bro, come on, just don't be a dick, essentially, you know. Like, just don't be somebody bad that's gonna cause people problems. Like, overall, a fraternity is supposed to elevate you into a person that you do not recognize, so that you can go back and be like, tell that little kid, like, I'm proud of who you became. Essentially, become a bigger person. I mean, I don't know. Thank you for this opportunity, bro. Like, I don't know. I've never been interviewed, so like this is a good thing.
Great job, yeah.
Definitely, like, I don't know. The nerves, like, they all faded away, like, literally. Yeah, but thank you though.
That was perfect. Okay. So I'm recruitment chair. That's like my main position, right? So in the beginning of semester, what I'll do is create like this week of events for any interest that show up. And we also do this thing called involvement fair at UIC. So we'll set up tables with flyers and pictures from like brotherhood events, service events, community like service events. And we'll just like promote that to any interest that show up. And yeah, we just put our word out there for like in terms of involvement fair. And then once we actually get people in that are like interested, like, you know, sign up and all that stuff, what I'll do is like I'll give them a formal interview, and I'll give them like an informational of what our organization is about, more in depth than what they saw at involvement fair. And then just to like touch base on recruitment events, that's like a week of events where we just pop out at a certain location, and the interest to show up. We like play games. Like this year, or this semester rather, we did game night, movie night, that type of thing, volleyball night. We just hung out with them, and yeah, they got to feel the chemistry, get to see how we are as people, and then they get to see us as like see like more about our organization and like the interview process and all that extra, like, you know, business stuff. So yeah, that's recruitment. Funny story. So we just made a mental health chair, but this semester no one was like filling that role up. But I picked up kind of like, we call it internal VP, which is like academic officer. Basically, you just watch over academics, GPA, courses, that type of thing. And since no one was filling out that role for mental health, I decided to merge the two. So instead of academic chair and then mental health chair, now we have academic wellness chair. So that's what I do. I'm like a therapist for the fraternity, and I care about their grades and check up on them. Just like it's like very off the books. Like, I want to see how you are, and yeah, that's like my two main positions. A lot of our brothers, you know, try to like thug it out, to lack of a better term, and they just need that extra help, man. Like, you just need that voice in your head to like tell you to keep going. And if people crumble, if they crumble, the fraternity dies. Like, not literally, but like, if one piece falls, they all fall. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like the glue.
Oh yeah.
That's the spotlight.
So sweet, yeah.
And like, we go out to eat type thing, chill with each other, and I feel like those memories mean the most to me, because like bonding is more important than like the business thing in my eyes, but they're all essential.
Awesome, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you like a priority list.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, school, fraternity,
What was it? What was the other two?
You got work.
Yeah.
Personal.
Okay, per work and then personal. I feel like work's a little bit up there, but the work is easy that I do. Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Cause I don't know. I just put the fraternity over myself sometimes. Like instead of watching TV, I like work on some notes or like do ideas and things like that. And when I'm not doing schoolwork, I'm thinking about the frat, cause it's a bi-weekly thing, you know. Like you have things to always do. So it's a huge chunk of my life now, and I gotta embrace that, or else it's like, why did I even do this?
Yeah.
Cause I want our chapter to be the best. Whatever. I want our org to be the best. And I'm the youngest one here, so like I gotta carry the torch one day. With time, of course. But yeah, it takes a big part of my life, I guess. Worth it. And it's good on your resume. It's a resume builder.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, like I put service, I'd be like, check, service, check. Oh, I did this, check, and then next thing you know, you got a full resume. That's just another plus, I guess.
Yeah, plus you're networking like.
Yeah, dude, I got an internship because of it. Like,
No
it's
way.
tight. Like I said, my work. So I work at a PT clinic because I want to be a physical therapist, right? So I work at a PT clinic in downtown, Chicago Balance Center. And yeah, I got an internship within like less than a month of being here. So like, connections they're helpful, man.
What is a fraternity or sorority to you? Like, what do you?
Okay, what is it to me? Okay, when I think about what it means to me, my mind tends to like drift away from the service and like academic aspect, which is a big part of us, but I just can't help to just like focus on the brotherhood and focus that like this like I got your back, you got mine, we're in this together, we're gonna graduate, you know, type thing. That, you know, we're here to graduate, we're here to serve our community as well. Those are our main focuses. And when I think about what does a fraternity mean to me, I just think about like that brotherhood. Like, I don't know, it's like super like cliche in a way, but it makes sense. And it's something I like love.
Because this might go on your website, so. Is there,
Ooh, can I look at the camera?
Break the fourth wall, bro. Do it.
Whatever. Is there anything you want to say to your new people?
As the last one, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for, you know, sharing your time with us and our organization. I hope you check out everything else that's on the website, and if you're somewhere else watching this, check us out anywhere else, right? We're Omega Delta Phi. We're a fraternity founded 2011 here at UIC, and yeah, thanks again, and I hope you know, got a little slice of life from us.
Mr. Sir Wetba.
Yeah, Sir Wetba.
Default.